All right, so today's video will be about our first time on a cruise during Halloween. We will be pretty much talking about our experience. So yeah, pretty much it has been a while since we've been on a Carnival cruise, and so yeah, here we go.
The last time we were on a Carnival cruise was 2016. It was Carnival Breeze.
Yeah,
This time, now going to 2025, our first Halloween cruise on Carnival. We were on Carnival Sunrise.
yeah.
Our cruise director was great. His name was
Uncle Johnny.
Uncle Johnny. And it was way different. When we first got in, let's go back to 2016. They gave you your card. You felt welcome. There was no confusion. The music is playing as soon as you get on.
Party welcome, pretty much.
Pretty welcome.
Yeah.
Dancing, everything. Now let's go to 2025. We get in. It's quiet. There's no music playing. Everyone's looking kind of like blah. We're trying to figure out where do we get our card. Oh, it's on your door, someone says. Oh, okay, thank you. So now going into it, we couldn't use our card because they have a cash account on a card or a card on your card. So if you didn't do neither of that, you can't do nothing. You're pretty much locked down on a cruise.
So yeah, pretty much they didn't really tell anybody.
They didn't explain it.
They didn't explain it well how like they don't even take cash. Me trying to put money in the casino inside my card. It's like they had a whole ATM to do that, but for some reason I was just it was taking my money, but the card was not working, which, I don't know why, but you should go back to the problem you started having with your wine before getting in the cruise.
Yes. So on Carnival Cruise, you can bring wine, 2 per person, or whoever's in your cabin if they're over the age. So nowhere on the website it says a percentage of wine you cannot bring. Of course, I bring my favorite, and it was 16% alcohol. Their limit is 15%. So just start off, I had no wine. I couldn't bring it with me. I was highly upset because nowhere on the website it says that. And it should, because other people, could you imagine the amount of or if they had other people with them, all of the stuff they couldn't bring with them? That hurts, especially when you don't get the drinking package because you don't really drink too much. So you just figure, oh, these 2 will last me my days.
Right. I mean, you also had a problem with the Gatorade, right? On top of that, Powerade?
Yes. Well, on their website, it states 12 ounces. I don't know if it's in fine print or if I didn't really read it correctly, but now there's no plastic allowed. I don't know if I messed up or they messed up. I have to go back and review, but I couldn't bring that either.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much, it's more negatives than positive on this cruise. The director was not one of them.
No,
I
he was
feel
excellent.
like Uncle Johnny was the right director in the wrong cruise, pretty much.
Yes.
He should have been in a different cruise. This cruise ship was outdated, in my opinion.
Paint was falling. I never seen so many maintenance or any people walking around fixing stuff. To me, that's a red flag. Why are you fixing so much during a cruise that we're cruising on? That's scary to me.
Right.
What else could go wrong is what I'm thinking.
And it was our first time during the Halloween season, and I don't know, I would have done more. I feel like the decoration was only like on the main deck.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole cruise or even the outside should have been decorated. Again, I don't know if all the cruises do it better because we've never done this before. It was just kind of the lack of it, because why do everything in the last day, like with the food, you have like Halloween themed cake and all that.
Why not
when
do it the whole experience if you're on a Halloween cruise?
right.
Why you don't do something every day? Don't get me wrong, they had trivias, they had other interactions that you can be a part of, but from being on a cruise, the last time a Carnival cruise since 2016, they had shows. I don't know if all carnivals don't have shows, but this one, you are the show. You are part of the trivia. You are part of the karaoke. Without the guest interaction, there will be no show. If everyone was shy and not wanting to contribute, you would have a blah experience because they didn't put together a show. They did have one show, but because we had to rush back to port because a guest needed medical attention, they don't have a helicopter, they don't have a helipad, so they risked all of us going back full speed to save that one guest's life, where we had to all go back and stop the cruise, the casino. They had to shut down the port, the shops.
Yeah.
Just because we had to go back into
yeah, and pretty much now that you bring that up, is the whole thing was more of a disaster than anything because they knew there was a storm on the way. So, you know, in my opinion, the cruise already knew that, so they were being greedy to still either, you know, they could have canceled it if that was the case, or switch route, you know, go the opposite, go to Mexico if you have to. We knew the storm was on the way. You still gonna do that because we missed out on what, one island or two islands?
We missed out on two islands. They canceled one of ours and changed it. They canceled two of ours and changed Nassau from place of Half Moon Cay. So we didn't go to two of the islands we were looking forward to. But
and again,
Grand Turk, and we didn't go to Half Moon Cay. Instead, they put us on sea in replace of Grand Turk, and on Half Moon Cay, they took us to Nassau instead of Half Moon.
And don't get us wrong, because you know we understand safety first. You know,
yes.
You know, of course, you know our life is valued way more than just, you know, going to these islands. But again, they already knew this storm has been on the way for a long time, which means they could have went the opposite. They could have went to Mexico. They could have went, you know, that's all the places they could have went. But it was just, you know, the main negative to me is that on top of all these cancellations, they didn't do anything for anybody on this cruise. No. They didn't give you like a free meal, you know, or a free drink, or, you know, something that would be like pretty much apologizing for the problem.
Where,
you know?
If you were like me and you came back to Carnival after so many years, I'm thinking like, I'm never getting back on a Carnival again unless I have to do my full research to make sure it's worth it. Or if they would have gave something, I'd have been like, well, they tried to make up for it, let's give them another chance. But as of now, I don't see a reason to try it again,
right?
Unless it's a brand new ship. Not to just say that all of the things that people say about Carnival, I would have hate to believe it because I had a blast the first time I went. But there is security all around. Security is all around.
Yeah, and pretty much what you're getting at is like people are calling Carnival the Walmart of cruise ships, and we kind of seen it.
We kind of,
you know, it was just different crowd, you know, kind of ghetto in a way. You know,
drinking package does not help because a lot of people should have been like banned from it. Instead, they gave it away. They took it away from them for the day and let them refresh another day. Like they got drunk the first night, they're gonna, oh, I apologize, I'm gonna drink better. No, it's worse because each day it was, oh, Alpha, we need a medical team going to floor 6, or we need a medical team going to floor 8. We heard this over the loudspeaker every day of our cruise. Yeah. Someone was sick.
And not only that, I don't understood the whole security thing because they weren't really doing anything. You know, there was people smoking through this whole cruise.
On decks, they're not supposed to.
You know, there were cigarette and weed.
Yes.
You know, so it was just a red flag, and you can smell that through the whole cruise. And it's like, what is security doing? Because then nobody's doing anything.
The one thing that I was very aware and scared of was the casino is on 5. Well, the right side of the casino is the smoking side. The left side is not. Well, on the left side, on the outside of the casino, is the arcade for the kids. So as soon as you go into the arcade, you smell cigarettes. So you're like, the kids are fine. It's on the right side. No, that's not good.
Yeah, now that you bring that up, we gotta talk about the locations, the stuff that they have in this cruise, like the mini golf. the mini golf was literally in a hazard, area where it's not safe for anybody.
On golf tournament 1, it says above it says, do not stand in this area too long. Radiation may occur. So you have a radiation close to the engine. On golf 7 was where the engine is. So radiation where they're playing, don't stand in this area too long. And then you have the engine right next to it. I don't know if the layout made sense, but that sounds dangerous. No. So that ship of Sunrise, did they not think of their floor mat where everyone can be safe? Because if something happens in that section, the whole cruise could go bye-bye.